Hello, YouTube. I'm here with a lovely Christmas journal. Um, it is very sweet. I used the kit that you saw in my previous video, and it has a lot of the elements that I showed there. I think maybe the only thing that's really different is the cover. But yeah, these elements here are part of that kit. And so on that first page, you know, that I'm pointing at, it's showing a little book about the 12 days of Christmas. And so I think it looks really cute. And I used the scraps from the papers of that kit to make tags like this one, like these little ones, and just other little bits and pieces. But basically, yeah, even that little card with the buttons. Then there's a page from a little book that is about the 12 days of Christmas. And you got a little vintage postcard. And then you got just a little flip out. I'm not really doing a flip through of the whole book right now, but I am kind of doing a semi little flip through, and at the same time I'm kind of trying to decorate these pages, and I guess I wanted to take you along with me for that because I thought that would be fun and inspiring. I know when I watch videos like that on YouTube, they are fun and inspiring to me. So yeah, I was kind of going through some little not chipboards, but they're like homemade. I made my own little ephemera there out of some cardboard stuff, and also out of, like I said, the scraps of paper from the collection from that little kit. So I thought that was really fun. And then, like I said, I've decided to kind of decorate, and actually after going through several of those little bits and pieces, I ended up not really choosing any of them right away for that space right above there. It just seemed kind of bare, and I kind of like that little bit right there on the bottom, but and I think I ended up adhering it. I can't remember now because I'm doing the voiceover. So but I know that at the top there I ended up going for a sticker in the end because yeah, I decided that I liked it. I kind of was trying on different stickers too, so that's a thing. You could definitely use stickers, and I was trying to use the collection. So but yeah, it took me quite a while to do that, and that's why it's kind of hard for me to do process videos because I'm fairly undecisive, and it takes me quite a while to finally come to something. So here I finally did succumb to that sticker, and then I think I ended up gluing that little bit that I made, so that was fun and just made that page just really complete and cute, and I feel like it was balanced because before it felt like it was missing something on the top, and now it's got the top and the bottom are fine. And even though there's definitely always forever places to continue to embellish and what have you, there's that second day of Christmas, two turtle doves. Then I had done that before, and so the one I'm working on in this video is number 3, which is 3 French hens, and so I'm using the little sheet of paper that is from the little book. I got a tiny little cute book about actually it was more than the 12 days of Christmas, but it had the 12 days of Christmas was one of the stories And so, it didn't have pictures for every day. So some of it is just text talking about it, which I still think is pretty. And so I'm using those pages and decorating them. And then right now I'm cutting this ribbon, which is like a velvet kind of ribbon. And then on the other side, it's paper. So it's really interesting kind of material, and it really helps with adhering, because it's kind of I was having a little trouble adhering the some of the elements there whenever, and then of course Fabri-Tac is excellent. Any kind of fabric glue is going to be better than what I used, which is the Aleene's, but I'm just used to using Aleene's. I feel like that's just my go-to. I'm just used to it. And actually, I still feel like I make a lot of mistakes, and I like that with Alene glue I can kind of still have a chance to peel something off and put it back down. So, but yeah, I love the way that little page of that book ended up there. It did take a little extra gluing though, because of that velvety section there that it's kind of hard to glue, so I had to put a little extra glue, but in the end it ended up working out just fine. So but yeah, I went ahead and adhered that, and then I figured I could just either adhere it completely or adhere it in a way that makes a pocket. And of course, if there's any chance to make a pocket, I'm feeling like you should make a pocket, because it's just fun to have lots of pockets in junk journals. So so there you have the third day of Christmas, and then you go to the fourth, and I believe it's 4 calling birds. And so there was an image that kind of had the collection of 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. So yeah, that's what's happening now. And I decided to go ahead and continue with that velvety green ribbon for the background. I just felt like because the pages were fairly close to each other, they were almost facing each other except for that center section there, that it would look really pretty for them to kind of match a little bit. They just coordinated really well, and just that fabric that little ribbon is just, I love it so much. So had to keep using it. And so yeah, I was having a little trouble with that one. For some reason, I didn't cut it with I was looking for my little cutter, my little cutter deal, and I couldn't find it right away. And so I just said, I'm gonna eyeball it. And then I was like kind of struggling because I felt like I wasn't cutting it right. And so I kind of went back in and tried to cut it again and again, and in the end it ended up looking fine. It's just I can get a little perfectionist, which is another reason why it's so hard for me to do process videos, because of course that entails me just staring at things for a long period of time, which is probably not a lot of fun for people watching. So with that being said, yeah, that Alene glue, it works for me, because I was able to take back those ribbon bits to cut a little bit better, the little corners there. And if I would have used another kind of glue like Fabri-Tac, I think, or something like fabric glue, it would have been a lot harder for me. I mean, by that time it would have already adhered and I would not have had that chance. So for that reason, I'm kind of used to that Alene's. Maybe in the future I will start using the Fabri-Tac a little bit more and get used to that, because I do love how quickly it adheres things. So yeah, so then now we adhere this in a way that the pocket is going to be opening on the right side, because I have been known to kind of forget which side I'm gluing, and then I end up gluing the side that makes it difficult like on the inside of the page instead of on the outside. And so if you have a card or something, I guess that's fine, especially if you're doing like a little secret compartment. That's kind of cool, but normally you want to have ease of access. And so if you want to try to take your little cards in and out, it's easier if you put them on the outside of the page. And so you kind of want to be paying attention to where you're gluing, which side. And then along with that, you kind of want to be thinking about where the little that little chipboard is going. So if it's on the right side of the book, then I think it looks better on the right side of the page. And then if it's on the left side of the book, I would think it would be better on the left side of the page. It just kind of, again, it's just a preference thing. I'm sure it would look probably fine the other way, but again, I can get a little bit picky and perfectionist, which sometimes it's a good thing, and then sometimes it's not such a good thing. So, but here we are distressing. I actually had forgotten to distress the other 2 cards that I decorated just now, the 3 French hens and the 4 calling birds. I forgot to distress that one, but since I forgot one, I wasn't going to do one and not the other, because they were practically like next to each other or like opposing each other, and it would look awkward, I think, for one to be like that and not the other. But now that we're on a completely different page, I went ahead and distressed that, also because I needed to make that verbiage and that pretty little storybook page kind of decorate it, kind of make it look nice, because it doesn't have an image on there at all. And like some of the pages, they don't have images in the middle of the page, but they might have like a little trim around the page. And this one just like absolutely had nothing. Like it was just text. And so I definitely felt like I needed to decorate that, and so I made sure that I did the distressing on the corners. And then also it was a great opportunity to use this pretty burlap ribbon that has poinsettia flowers on it. And I was trying to use it before, but it was just too busy to use. But this worked out perfect, because not only that, but of also the way that I've adhered it onto the page. It's kind of like a little pocket, but of course, it's still going to be drying, so I didn't want to try to stick something in there and let it not dry properly. So, but yeah, I really love the way that one came out. I really love that I was able to use that burlap ribbon, and so really excited about that. So again, I'm adhering it to the right, because since I'm making it into a pocket, excuse me, I want to be able to, put in and take out a little journaling card or a little page on the left side of the page. And so also on the left side of the page is where I put that little chipboard from the collection and from that little kit that I got at Hobby Lobby, 12 Days of Christmas. So there again, I am distressing so I don't forget, because I kind of forgot on a few of them, but it still looks fine. I still liked it. This one has, I think it has some images. It's kind of small right now as I'm trying to do the voiceover, so I can't tell if it has images on the bottom or not. I think it does, yeah. So yeah, I mean, when it's got an image already, I don't feel like I need to get too cluttery with adding a bunch of other things, and so on this one, I think the only thing I ended up doing was putting like a little strip of leftover bit of ribbon that I had, because I had cut some ribbon, and so I think I had like a little piece, and I think that was like all I wanted to do to it, because it already felt like there was a lot going on, so I didn't want to just keep adding and adding, but it just felt, I guess, like something was missing on the bottom for balance, you know, for the color. And so I found this little, like I said, bit that I'm fussing around with right now. And so yeah, that's, I think, really cute. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and adhere that, and that's got like a little wire on it, and it's like a little bit of a type of fabric, so it's not probably the fabric glue would have probably been a better choice, but here we are. Again, I like my Aleene's, and so yeah, I put a little plastic there just because I didn't want it to get glued. I had to put a good amount of glue, so I didn't want it to get crazy. Okay, so here I am cutting a sticker because it was too big and I didn't know how to use it, and I thought, you know, I love the idea of calling one of these tags Mary and the other one could be called Bright. You know, so instead of Mary and Bright, one of them is Mary, the other one is Bright. Why not, right? So I went, and you know, actually the name of this journal is Mary. So yeah, on the outside, I don't know how well it showed. I know I'm kind of speeding through the video. I'm trying not to speed through my speech here, but at the same time, it's kind of hard because I'm looking at it and it makes me want to talk really fast. I should probably slow down, but okay. So yeah, I guess the thing with this little section of the video is showing how I'm using the stickers that are leftover, or not leftover, but I really hadn't used a lot of the stickers so far. You know, I had used like almost all of the little cutouts, the die cuts, but I had not used a lot of the stickers, and so I was really excited to play with the stickers and embellish these tags a lot because they are in the center of the signature. Now this one has 2 signatures, and I kind of lost track of that sometimes, and so I think I ended up using a lot of I think probably all of the stickers. I think there was a few left, and so I kind of felt bad because then the second signature, you know, I'm not going to have a lot of stickers to work with to embellish those tags, but it's okay. I think it's going to be fine, and I think that basically the embellishments now that I'm putting on there are those homemade ones, but I just feel like those areas right there really need to have something because they are kind of bare. So so yeah, I need to go ahead and do that. Well, anyway, I think you could hear my dog barking. It's really hard to do these videos sometimes and make sure that the whole entire family, and including my canine child, not bark. But anyway, Champ says hello. So let me see here. Where are we? Still decorating. Oh yeah, when I was decorating these tags, I know I put some stickers that ended up kind of being covered up by the side tucks, or the side pockets, and or corner pockets, or whatever they're called, corner tucks. And so what happened is I didn't care too much because they were the little cars, the little vehicles, and I already had the vehicle scrapbook paper on the sides, and it was just showing too much, like too much of the cars already, like it was too much. So it actually being tucked on the bottom like that is kind of good because they're still there, they still make the tags look adorable, but they're not like showing all the time when they're tucked into their little corner pockets. And so that's like the perfect combination there. So yeah, I'm working on putting these little, like I said, homemade tags or like embellishments, and I put some burlap on that one. That's just the plain burlap, and because I didn't want to make it super busy, but I think